you agree with any of that?
No, I actually do not agree with any of that. I think it's really telling and really disheartening that Nikki Haley thinks that something is radical if a group of Americans are demanding equality and equity. There's nothing radical about that. There's nothing anti-American about that. The issue is that you have a lot of people, politicians included, who want to keep with the status quo, but the status quo has continued to alienate thousands, millions of Americans. And we're not just talking about race, we're talking about class, we're talking about sexual orientation. And there is nothing wrong for advancement in our country. So I think Nikki Haley needs to take a pause on that rhetoric and really start to listen to what those individuals are saying.
All right, I want to go to this now. Incoming Democratic Congressman Jamal Bowman reacting to the Justice Department's decision not to charge officers involved in the Tamir Rice shooting, tweeting, and I'm quoting, "A system this cruel and inhumane can't be reformed. Defund the police and defund the system that's terrorizing our communities." This despite a number of high-profile Democrats blaming that kind of rhetoric for down-ballot losses in November. First of all, defunding the police, no matter the unfortunate circumstances surrounding this particular case. I mean, if you take a look at the rise in the murder alongside anti-police demonstrations, etc., defunding the police is the wrong thing to be doing because policing only needs to be empowered. Matt, would you agree?
I would. And what I would like Congressman-elect Bowman to do is to go down to Nashville and tell those people that were evacuated by those 6 cops on Christmas morning. You were on the air, Julie. I was watching how they were terrorizing their own communities. Look, I've been a part of the House races. I guarantee you, and I know this for a fact from the polling, the defund movement was what helped a lot of Republican House candidates, especially in suburban areas, California, and other places, win, and why the GOP won so many seats unexpectedly on Election Day. It was a very big factor.
Wendy, 9 cities with some of America's largest murder rate increases in this country actually hosted Black Lives Matter and defund the police protests and rioting, which led to less proactive policing. So then why would anyone in their right mind start talking defunding the police after, like Matt just brought up, Nashville and other circumstances where the police are needed so desperately?
Because there's a pattern and practice within the police force that continues to harm Black and brown people. That's why. I am the granddaughter of a retired police chief. I am the sister of an NYPD police officer. I understand the work that they do, and I admire it. However, when you have a 12-year-old boy, Tamir Rice, who was gunned down for playing with a toy gun, as a mother of 2 boys, that hurts my heart that the police did not use common sense to try to de-escalate the situation. Instead, they escalated the situation by murdering a 12-year-old boy in cold blood. So when we have incidents like that, then yes, there is rhetoric for us to reevaluate our police officers and make sure that they have the proper training to go into these situations where a 12-year-old boy is not laying dead on the ground because he was simply outside.
I agree.
I could not agree with you more. In Atlanta, a 7-year-old girl was shot in the head during Christmas shopping. So certainly there has to be more training. These are grave and inexcusable mistakes that not all police officers are doing, but those that are should be taken off the force
because they're trying to kill, and that's it.
That takes money, and defunding the police to further train these officers that these accidents never happen again is just, I mean, that's just not how you train people. You need the funds. But Wendy Osefo, Matt Gorman, thank you both for coming on, and Happy New Year to you both.
Thank you. Same to you.
New questions and concerns after a highly contagious version of coronavirus is found in the U.S. for the first time. What health officials are saying about it. Plus, Hilaria Baldwin is out with a new interview today after huge backlash over her false claims of
talk about something important.
She said, and why she may not
turn the volume back down. I gotta call my daughter.